Hey everyone, hello everyone, this is Forward, and this is the part 3 of my video. We're gonna talk about the, let's see, the in-depth specifics of why and how to use these special abilities of these guns in the respective ranges. So in the last video I explained Brick, short range, Mordecai, long range, Siren is mid range and long range, and the Soldier is pretty much any range you want. So with that said, we're going to start with the Berserker. Now with the Berserker, you would want to have a DPS, damage per second, kind of idea to what item you should get. So the really destructive DPS, I believe, would have to be the corrosive weapons. So when you find a corrosive weapon, even though that is ×1, it's a good possibility that that ×1 could multiply into a more damaging kind of weapon, even though ×1 times anything would be ×1, right? So it would be best to just find a ×2. When you find a ×2, that seven damage that you get for each hit or each damage that it shows on your screen, because it has a little indicator of how much damage that 7 or whatever does that weapon does. That becomes 14 or 27, depending on how much damage that weapon does in its own self. If it's 25, then it'll only do a certain percentage of that 25 for that corrosive damage. So when you are a Berserker, you would want to have a corrosive, fire, or electric is not really suggested because electric doesn't do as much DPS damage as fire or corrosive wood. So it's more just go for the corrosive and fire. Best weapon for those kind of properties would be a shotgun, SMG. A bazooka would not do good because the splash damage on a bazooka is not that great with a Berserker. But if you find a explosive property Berserker, then obviously that's a great thing for him because he's explosive. Combat rifles with explosive are good. Sniper rifles are not suggested to be used. Revolvers again with the same properties, and with corrosive or fire or explosive. So that's basically with the Berserker. When you are using Mordecai, the sniper, the best thing to use for him would be an electric revolver, an electric sniper. That's about it. Because the electric property would go to the shield. The electric property would ignore the shield completely, ignore the shield completely, and it would just become just his flesh, being the raiders that have shields, right? And that's basically it. That's it for the Mordecai. Just make sure you have an electric property. And it's being suggested that the fire is not used because, in my personal opinion, the fire kind of blocks the head of the enemy. It kind of gets in the way, and also when a character's on fire, they tend to take cover more because they're on fire. You know, a natural instinct of a person on fire is to move around and try to get the fire away from his face, kind of thing. So Fire is not really a great idea, in my own opinion. Depending on what you like and what you find, it you should be suggestive. You should know, right? You should have your own conscience to decide what kind of fire, what kind of gun your sidebar should be. For the soldier, his proper gun could be any elemental, but it should be a.
Woo! I heard that blast all the way over here. Bam! Time to give Nine Toes a piece of that. Woo! I'm updating your ecosystem with his location. Come and see me once you put his bits to the grinder.
I don't know. I love Tiki Baja. Sorry about that. And so with the combat rifle, it could be anything, any kind of property, as long as it's a property that helps him in his battle. Of course, they all could help him, but when you come into face to face with an electric property enemy, then your electric gun would be useless, would be invalid, right? It wouldn't do any good. So that's why when I play as a soldier, I try to do my best and try to make it so that his weapons are completely propertized, or they don't have a property. The electric, fire, corrosive, or anything like that, because then that just gets in the way of your damaging, right? So it could be combat rifle, revolvers, snipers, shotguns. His really suggested weapons should be a combat rifle and a shotgun. Combat rifle for mid-range, kind of long-range kind of thing, and the shotgun should be short-range, kind of mid-range. You know, suggested thing. That's basically it for the soldier. Really, there's nothing. Roland doesn't really have too much specifics. He's just like he's more of a default kind of class. You would have to use him tactically, right? With his action. The action being the sentry, right? When it comes down to the siren, again, any of your weapons could be elemental, could be anything that you would be great for her. She can work in all different ways, like he said, and her fighting style is really up to you. A lot of her weapons could be fire-based, electric-based, corrosive-based, explosive-based, as long as they become helpful in a way, not just there for use. And so as you see here, I got level 5 with like the siren. At level 5, you get to unlock your action skill. As I explained before, action skills are the siren, the phase walk, Mordecai, the Bloodwing Bird. Brick, the Berserker, is his fist. Put on his fist and just go down the Berserker kind of style, and Roland be the sentry. So here I'm gonna put the phase walk to her, and as it displays it on the thing, I'm gonna use it. As you see, she's in this kind of invisible state, walking really quickly, and in order for her to come out of it, the time has to, the little bar you see at the bottom, it has to go away, and yeah. So that's about it. Nothing really much for me to show after this. The next mission is me going to kill one of the gang members, gang members or gang leader, Nine Toes. He's fairly easy if you're level 7. You have a lot of your stats already up, and your weapons, of course, being very powerful. And that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, because I really enjoyed making them. I right now will be working on my other videos, getting my character level 15 and doing a little check on what I want to talk about. So I hope you guys liked it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.